Welcome back, everyone. All my Nakama, my friends, my family. Welcome back to Road Talk. And today on Road Talk, we will be talking about chapter 1012 of One Piece. Guys, if this is your first time here, I'm your host, Ro. And here at Road Talk, we talk about many other things as like sports. We also do dabble in between games. And right now, we are doing a walkthrough of Returnal. So if you like that, please look at the channel and tell me what you guys think, and make sure you leave the like button because it really means a lot to me, all the support that you guys out there in the world are giving out. Without that being said, let's start talking about chapter 1012 of One Piece. This chapter is titled Itch, and not the itch that everyone assumes of like irritation or having to scratch something. This chapter title itch is more of a meaning of a desire of wanting to complete something. And Kiku and Izo's conversation explains and goes into a little bit more details about that. And the conversation they had was Izo was talking to Kiku about the pain of his arm. And the pain of his arm, you never supposed to ask a samurai that because samurais are top-notch warriors. They don't cry about anything. And Kiku does explain that to Izo. And then Kiku makes a slight joke at his brother because his brother has been gone for 30 years and never came back home. So he made a joke and said, only thing that hurts is the fact that when you left 30 years ago. And it was a nice little joke up in there just to give it some comedy during this war. And we could see Oda was back having fun again with these jokes this chapter because it was left and right with these jokes this chapter between everything that happened. And we're going to get into more further details about that. But we also continue the conversation between the samurais, Kawamatsu, is having a conversation with Izo. And he's asking Izo how would he feel about when the borders of Wano are open. Not sure if this is foreshadowed or not by Izo's reaction to that question because he just simply states, let's see if we are alive in the morning after the war is over. So that could be a foreshadowing that Izo is nearing his death, or it could just Oda is just trying to play with us and make it seem like Izo is going to die in the One Piece. And let's be honest, no one really dies in One Piece ever. And we continue to progress with the samurais when Kinemon is starting to take helm of the samurais and telling them that they need to separate and go which way. And then they've been interrupted once again by Bariate and Shishilin. And Shishilin gives an update to Nekomamushi about what happened to Pedro. When Kinemon and Kiku separated to go protect Momonosuke, Shishilin told Nekomamushi that Pedro sacrificed himself for the Straw Hat crew. And Bariate told them exactly who caused the death of Pedro and told Nekomamushi that he's here on this island, which Nekomamushi went into straight alley cat mode, itching to fight the killer of Pedro. With itching being the title of the chapter, we see in the next panel that Yamato is trying to serve herself as a decoy so she can go scratch her itch to go fight Kaido. He asks Momonosuke of an update of what's going on top of the rooftop between Luffy and Kaido. And Momonosuke responds to saying that Luffy is still putting up a good fight, but he is getting worn and tired from fighting Kaido. And also saying that there are only two voices up there now. What makes me put my theory hat on and start thinking about, he said voices, is that the voice of all things? Because previously I did believe that in my previous videos when Momonosuke was showing this and developing this power. But I also had another opinion about it too. I thought he maybe had some type of connection with Zoe, the big elephant, and maybe he was seeing through the eyes like he did when Jack came back to Zoe. So now I'm kind of confused between the two because I believe it is probably a little bit elements of both things. It could be elements of both things. Maybe he can see and using his power of the voice of all things to see both of them. So that is an interesting development tool that we see growing right here, and I find that's going to be probably a pivotal point in these upcoming chapters and see how far Momonosuke can develop himself and his powers, and especially since he started reading his father's book. Then we get to some of the most comedy gold that Oda has given us with Sanji and Zoro. We see that Zoro is all bandaged up and looking like a cross. And some people are floating around the internet with so many different pictures of Sanji's holding Zoro at like Mihawk holds his sword, or so many pictures that have Zoro as a blunt. Like it looks so funny that has all these pictures that are out there about, because since Zoro is green and he's rolled up, a lot of people make that type of jokes. But it is funny just to see all these different things in the world, and also what Oda has been giving us in these last chapter. We can see a flashback with how Sanji caught Law and Zoro from falling down. When Law used his power to switch out, it was something in the air that Law used his power to switch in Zoro and himself and Zeus. And as they was falling down, luckily they had Sanji nearby, and Sanji caught them all. Law fell down with grace, while Zoro just fell right into, uncomfortable, right into Sanji's arm. And just like the man Sanji is, he asked them why they couldn't be ladies. So he wants to catch ladies for falling. But nevertheless, Sanji wanted to get caught up on what was going on. And that's when Law broke it down for him. Zoro's has 20 to 30 broken bones, bandage him up, and then he'd be all right. And make sure he's caught up and breathing well. And that's not the information Sanji wanted. He wanted to know what was going on with the war. And it was just another comedy thing that Oda was doing such a great job throughout this chapter. And that is how Zoro became a substance. And Oda wasn't done there, because he made Zoro does something that Zoro never does, and that's give directions. He gave directions to Sanji and telling him which way to go. Sanji was going to go save Momonosuke, but he was told by Kawamatsu that Kinemon has that already and he will protect Momonosuke. And so Sanji is not knowing where to go. And then lucky for him, he has Zoro, the most unguided person, not knowing where to go. Zoro told Sanji where to go. So that was some more comedy. I hope everyone's seen that Zoro gave information and then went back to sleep. Then we flash to see that OT is still mad at Big Mom for messing with her paper. You know not to mess with her paper. Do not mess with that money. I'm just saying. She is upset that Big Mom gave Pepe a nice hit, which makes Nami and Usopp want to take this into their advantage to use OT and Big Mom to fight each other so they can escape. And Nami says to Big Mom that, hey, Big Mom, this is the people that burned down the town to have her punch Alti so Alti can be sent flying. And Big Mom looked at her and gave her the meanest stare and said, I'm still after you next. But Nami would not be defeated. She then switches and tells Oti, hey, Oti, let's tag up and beat Big Mom. And then Oti tells her the exact same thing. And you gotta love Oda this chapter. Like I said before many times, Oda was in his bag. He was in so many funny jokes throughout this chapter. But all jokes aside, things had to come to an end because OT did the unthinkable after headbutting Otama's dog pet. And after she did that, Otama got slapped or striked by OT, which sent Big Mom into a frenzy because Big Mom was heated than any time before. But even before Big Mom herself, a Yonko, can deliver a strike to OT. The mother of all mothers, the friendly nature of Nami herself, came in and used a lightning attack on OT. Because it's been shown so many times that Nami cares for the children of anywhere. She, no matter what type of child you are, she cares for you. And she's like a motherly figure to so many One Piece kids out there. So it's just showing you that Nami would attack before Big Mom if you hit a child. And that's how much dedication she has to children in One Piece world. Maybe I could be thinking like this just because it's Mother Day. Happy Mother Day to all the mothers out there and whoever's watching it is mother. But even through when Usopp is telling Nami to let's run, now's our chance to get away, Nami says, no, I'm staying to crush her because she has that compassion for the children. That was the end of the chapter. Overall, I thought this chapter was a great set of a chapter to set things up to move forward, because we have a lot of people that's going to their 1v1 fights or 2v2 fights or things like in that nature, because I believe in, since Kiku and Kinemon are together, they're going to fight against Orochi and Kanjuro. And then we can see like little small develops going up there like that as well too. Especially we could see that Sanji and Zoro and is going downstairs where King and Queen and Marco is at. So looking forward to seeing who Sanji is going to go up to and fight against, because we haven't seen that yet. And we just seeing everything set up and what you need to do. You can't always continue to have this action like Marineford. Marineford was so great. But we always can't have that, because we do need a setup, and we do have a lot of stuff we still got to hit. So it is still growing right now. I think we probably halfway now of this war right now. And I'm looking forward to seeing more of the dominoes fall down. Because we had one domino fall back with Chopper and everything. But Ice Demons, but we are still missing a lot of dominoes to fall. And another domino I'm looking forward to is with Momonosuke and his voice of all things, because he knows way too much, and he has his father's book, and I think that's going to be pivotal in this whole war. And that's going to be great to understanding more about that, because once Momonosuke learns about it, I think at the reader itself, we start to learn about it more as well too. So that's going to be interesting as well. And I really want to see what Yamato is going to do on the rooftop against his father. So it's just going to be interesting to see that as well too. But guys, that has been my review for One Piece 1012. If you guys did like this chapter, please leave a like. And remember guys, here at Road Talk, we talk about many other things. We talk about sports, we talk about anime, and we also do play in video games. And we also do on a walkthrough of Returnal. So guys, if you like that and you like the channel, please make sure you show love and support by liking and commenting and sharing, guys. It really means a lot to me. That being said, I hope all my friends and my Nakama out there in the world have a nice day. Happy Mother's Day once again to all the mothers out there. Peace.